this is, as I know, a different story. I did say I was going to do the next one after part 11, and I was dropping it quite as soon. So, it is part 1 to What If Guy raised Naruto. So, first of all, let me tell you how this happened. Now, you know what? How about this? Let's just jump in, but first we have to drop the intro. So it is October 9th, and Guy is sparring with his eternal rival Kakashi. So Kakashi, what is your team doing for your next Armble mission? Asked Guy. Guy, be quiet. You know I can't tell you. It is Armble, secret business, said Kakashi. He pulled up his headband and activated and showed off his Sharingan with 3 Tomoe. Get him open, and shouted Guy. The first gate, we're going with this again, said Kakashi. Gate of healing, shouted Guy. Really? The second gate you have to go that far, said Kakashi. The gate of life, shouted Guy. Okay, so you done with the third gate and not doing anything else, asked Kakashi. Guy started kicking and punching Kakashi. He did not drop his guard. Reverse Lotus, shouted Guy. Guy kicks Kakashi up in the air, starts repeatedly striking Kakashi, and he punches Kakashi down and puts his foot on Kakashi's stomach and slams him into the ground. I say, 10 for me and 10 for you. We are now tied, smiled Guy. Yeah, when I get back, we are, and I mean we are going to have a rematch, and you won't beat me then, laughed Kakashi. Yeah, right, I will train non-stop while you're not here, shouted Guy. Well, Guy, I got a question for you. While I'm gone, can you look after Kushina for me? It is a job I was given by the Hokage, but because I will be on another mission for the Armble that requires and helps the village's safety. And the Hokage himself is busy, so can you just be there for her until the baby is born and I'm back? Asked Kakashi. I will, and it'll give me a win over you in the long run, shouted Guy. And see, this is one way I've made a change so that Naruto can be raised by Guy, along with Kakashi, but Kakashi's not the biggest influence in his life. Guy and Kakashi return to Minato's house. Young Guy and Kakashi, what are you doing here? Asked the red-haired girl. Well, since I won't be here, I asked Guy to help you and look after you, said Kakashi. That is nice. That means Naruto might have another brother figure. And why Kakashi's not here? Oh, someone to help me look after my young child Naruto. Why, I do some light chores. Well, not me, but Kushina, said a yellowed-haired man. Lord Fourth, said Kakashi. None of that. If you're going to be formal, say Kakashi. Say Sensei. Oh, well, just say Minato, said Minato. Hello, Lord Third. Hi, Lord Third, said Guy. Hi, Guy. It is Minato. And also stay for dinner, since I overheard you will be, helping around why Kakashi and I are not here, said Minato. Yeah, I changed Kakashi's personality, I made him less depressed and around Guy and all that, and he always wants to challenge him and get stronger, so that's, yeah. So it's the fit him to make him have help Guy when he needs to, in a way, to raise Naruto. Okay, but I won't be here long. After the food, I have to go train to get an edge over my eternal rival, said Guy, pointing at Kakashi. How about you stay the night and train with me and Kakashi after tea, said Minato. Wow, that would be really nice. A training session with my eternal rival and the legendary fourth Hokage, the Yellow Flash himself. What a wonderful night. Thank you, Kakashi, for this wonderful experience of helping Kushina. Now definitely beat you, and no matter what, said Guy with a smile. A young rivals. Now sit your ass down, said Kushina. Guy sat at a table with 4 spots. Guy sat next to Kakashi, and if Guy looked straight forward, well, he saw Kushina. And if he looked and saw who Kakashi was facing, it was Minato. Guy saw on his plate was rice balls, some barbecue chops, and a few dumplings. He scoffed down his food. Thank you for your food and the generosity, said Guy, and bowed his head. You're welcome, said Kushina. Guy rinsed his plate, and while he was waiting for the others to finish, he rinsed and washed all the dishes, and after washing all the dishes, which took him about 10 minutes, Kushina, Minato, and Kakashi put their plates up. Gates of opening, said Guy, who washed and rinsed the remaining dishes in 30 seconds. While he did that, Minato and Kakashi were taking taijutsu stances outside. Once Guy was out there, he saw that Kakashi and Minato were in their taijutsu stances. Kakashi had his Sharingan, activated. Of course, he's always got it activated, but his headband up. And Minato was standing with a kunai in hand, and Guy was jumping up and down because he was excited. He was fighting the Hokage and his rival, knowing the Hokage won't go any higher than 30% of his strength. Gate of healing, shouted Guy. He knows the inner gate, said Minato. Gate of life, shouted Guy. Yeah, I think he knows up to the 4th gate, said Kakashi. Well, unlocked it, said Kakashi. Gate of pain, shouted Guy. So he does know past the 3rd gate, said Minato. Guy charged at Kakashi. Round kicked him in the jaw, and he slammed against the wall. Minato threw kunai in front of or just behind the Guy and kicked Guy in the back of the knee, and he collapsed. And Guy collapsed, and Guy got up and turned around and punched Minato in the gut. Minato dropped on his knees, and Guy slammed his foot across Minato's face. And Kakashi got up and formed a Chidori and charged at Guy, who kicked Kakashi's hand in the air and then punched Kakashi in the face, and he started to bleed. Well, Kakashi did, he had a blood nose. Guy stopped and started to bleed from his nose, and he felt the drawback of the 4th gate, and he couldn't harness it much longer. Kakashi charged at Guy with another Chidori and hit Guy in the leg. Guy dropped to his knees, and Kakashi slapped Guy in the face, and he was knocked out. After half an hour, Guy woke up to see Kakashi and Minato drinking a cup of tea, and Kakashi handed him a cup. Thank you for your generosity, said Guy. You're welcome. It is the least I could do, since you did my dishes, and that means I didn't have to, and I could watch your sparring match, said Kushina. I am 111, and I am on 11, and you are on 10, mocked Kakashi. Whatever. It is only because of my drawback, said Guy. You're strong, definitely strong for your age with the gates, definitely, said Min. You're strong for your age, definitely with the gates and taijutsu prowess, said Minato. That is why I'm Kakashi's rival and his all-time best friend, said Guy. Rival? Yes. But best friend? Yes, said Kakashi. And we, in an unknown location, not far from them, in the bushes, a masked man heard this and was sitting and analyzing Cincinnati's plan. So tomorrow when Kushina has her baby, I'll sneak in, knock out that chunin named Guy, unseal Kuruma, and attack Konoha for revenge on Rin and on Kakashi and everyone he loves or cares about for revenge because he forgot about me, said the masked man. We jump to Guy, who has Minato show him to his room. And when he opens the white and yellow door, he opens it to see a single bed against the window to the left of the room. And as soon as he opens the door and turns right, he notices a wardrobe with orange leg. He opens the wardrobe, and in it is orange leg warmers, some weights, and a green jumpsuit with some pouches. I heard you wear jumpsuits from Kakashi, so I bought some while you were knocked out, said Minato. Thank you, Lord Thoth. I will protect Kushina with my life, stated Guy as he bowed at Minato. Guy grabbed the jumpsuit from the wardrobe and walks over to the bathroom. He took his clothes off and jumped in the shower, and after 5 minutes, he wrapped a towel around himself. He looked in the cabinet and found a toothbrush and toothpaste, and with a note on it saying some words. I also got this while you were knocked out from the fourth. And Guy brushed his teeth, and after brushing his teeth, Guy dried himself and put his new jumpsuit on and tried it on. And then he took it off and put it on the back of the door of the room he was staying in and crawled into his bed and put the blanket over him and passed out. Guy woke up and was in a different bed. He turned to his right and saw a girl with red lips, black hair, and black eyes, and she resembled Shizune. Ah, Guy, you're awake, said the woman. Shizune? Asked Guy. Ah, you forgot about last night, said Shizune. What happened last night? Asked Guy. You and me and all the other Jonin went drinking. He helped me to my bed and passed out, said Shizune. And Guy got up and had a drink of water, and woke up this time in the bed he had originally fell asleep in. And to his surprise, Kushina opened the door. Oh yeah, he's also in his trunks, on the left. Sorry for waking you, Guy. I was just seeing what room Minato put you in case I was going to... In case I was going to clean... put you in because I was going to clean the house today, said Kushina. Nah, I was just getting up. What is there for me to do? For me to eat, so I can help you and do my morning training, said Guy. There is rice balls and toast for you, said Kushina. Guy put his jumpsuit and his leg warmers and weights on and jumped on his hands and walked down the stairs and ate his food that was laid and prepared for him. While he was eating in the same spot as he was last night, Kushina sat in the same spot she sat last night. So I made your bed and washed your clothes. Once that is all done, I will call you, so in an hour return back here if you want to help me clean. If not, you can train. Just be back by the time the sun rises, said Kushina. Okay, I will be back, said Guy. After finishing his meal, Guy bowed at Kushina, who walked outside on his hands while doing push-ups. So he was like walking and doing push-ups. And after running on his hands while doing push-ups, he landed at the place where he and Kakashi sparred after 10 minutes, after going around the village 20 times, and it took him 20 minutes to arrive. And he sparred and started kicking and punching the closest tree, until his hands started to bleed. After all, it only took 25 minutes to bleed since he was fully bruised from all his recent training. He decided to wrap bandages on his hands and jumped back on his hands and walked back to the Lord Fourth's house. When he entered, he saw Kushina folding up his clothes. Guy jumped back onto his legs and smiled at Kushina. When do we start cleaning the house? Asked Guy. Well, I thought you would be training all day and forget about me, stated Kushina. Well, it was asked and tasked to look after you by Kakashi and the Lord Fourth, said Guy. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about that, said Kushina, who continued to fold his clothes, and then she carried Guy's clothes to the bedroom he was staying in. So what room do we clean first? Asked Guy. Well, the room we're standing in, which is the kitchen and dining room, said Kushina. After 7 hours, Kakashi and Guy were having a drink of water. My water is breaking. Guy, help me, shouted Kushina. Almost said Kakashi. Yes, Kakashi's gonna have his water broke. Guy found the wheelchair and Kushina sat on it. Gate of opening, shouted Guy. Gate of healing, shouted Guy. Guy dashed to the hospital and left her with Baiwaku, Lord Hiruzen's wife, and dashed and jumped, heading to the Kage's tower. He jumped through a window and the Kage was in a conversation. I'm sorry for barging in and all, but Lord Tharth, Kushina is pregnant. Well, you know what? But she is in labor, said Guy. Well, you three, you have your missions. Go and protect the village, said Minato. I can deal with some of this paperwork, laughed Horizon. Guy showed Minato to the hospital. Minato walked in the room and Guy fell asleep outside, from the use of the gates and also from the hard work from all of the cleaning he and Kushina did that day. And that is where I leave this part off. Peace. I'll be back after the intro for a few words. I can't remember if I said I'm dropping the outro and whatnot, but I'll have my little speech after the outro as well. So now I'm dropping that outro. Yes, I'm going now. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me who I should put Naruto with in this series, what you think of it, and also, yeah, I know it's smaller than most videos, but I kind of zoomed through and spoke a bit too quick, I guess. But yeah, okay, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So peace.